What's up YouTube, Biz Madly here and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about the most common rejections and objections that you get from sellers. Before we go on, be sure to like this video, subscribe, turn on post notification bell, and comment down below. So today we're going to talk about these rejections and objections and different responses you can use to combat these different objections or rejections you get. Now before we go on, I'm still learning in this business too. I have had some experience, got a few deals under my belt, but I'm not making hundreds of thousands of dollars from this business, but I think I have enough experience, a little bit of experience to teach you all a little bit. So let's just go through the objections. So we know the common one, no, okay? So this is a common rejection. All you have to do is be like, okay, that's totally fine. Do you have any other properties you're interested in selling? It's so key to ask that question because that, I think in a way, it kind of relaxes them a little bit more because, they may have another rental property, so it's not as personal or something like that. And you never know what you can get out of that. Or out of that, maybe they'll tell you about a property a friend has or a family member has. But I mean, if they're on the phone and they're in a rush and they just say no, be like, okay, thank you. Kind of gauge your tone. And so that's a common response. So just put that in your follow-up of a no lead, of a cold lead. Now, number 2 rejection or objection or responses you get is yes. Yes is an answer that you can get, and that's easy. Anybody can do that. A 12-year-old, anybody can lock up a deal if someone says yes for the right price, and things like that. So when they say yes, we have to figure out, okay, what do they want? And that's when we talk about price. So they can say yes, maybe for the right price, and then that's when you start talking, okay, let me know, how long have you been thinking about selling? Kind of open it up before we actually talk about the price. Build a little bit more rapport until you get that number out of them. Talking about the condition of the property, any motivation that you can pull out of them. And then once that's done, then you can say, okay, if you can get a cash offer today, what would you take? I mean, what's your ballpark price? What was that price that you were saying about having the right price, And then just get that out of them. If it's too high, then just put them in that warm lead category because they said yes, they were interested. But if it's a super high price, maybe that might be a cold lead, but always gauge that. So another common rejection or objection I get is that, oh, not right now. And I hate those because you can't really gauge the timeline with those. And one YouTuber I've been learning a lot from is Todd Tobak, and he says that it's very important to put timelines to your sellers. Okay, why not? Why not right now? Oh, I have to take the tenants out. Okay, next time I follow up with you, will this be done? Let's say I follow up in 2 weeks. What's going to change from now in 2 weeks? And just really walk them through that process, that timeline process to really close the deal much quicker. And yeah, when they say not right now, just put them in the follow-up. If you say, hey, I'm going to call them every 2 weeks, make sure you call them every 2 weeks. Once a month, make sure you call them every month. And yeah, so that's a common objection or rejection or answer that I get from sellers. Another rejection or objection I get is the person that immediately starts questioning you. So they say, what's your company's name? What are you doing? What do you do? Type of thing. And that's totally fine, but you have to learn how to handle those. And when you're talking to sellers, you have to make sure you control the conversation. And the person who asks questions is the one who's controlling the conversation. So when they say, okay, if you sound young to them, if they say, oh, how old are you? Or something like that, you have to start asking the questions. So start saying, I am learning in this business. I mean, have you dealt with a younger person in real estate? So you're answering their question with a question, and it puts the power back into you, back to you. So you can say that. Another question you ask, okay, what's your company name? You can just tell them your company's name. You're like, how long have you been thinking about selling? Start answering your question. Start to just go back to being the leader of the conversation and whatnot. And just the common one, is just waiting, the waiting game. People are saying, "Oh, I need to fix up the house." That's another common rejection or objection I get. Even when you tell them, "Hey, we buy as is." For some reason, people are embarrassed. For some reason, but you have to eventually just call them and say, "Hey, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter." I'm dealing with this one seller. He said he was interested, but we never got an appointment. There's always an excuse, and I think I'm thinking about just driving up to the property and just talking with him and looking at it. I saw this other YouTuber do this, so I'm thinking about doing that. So we'll see. We'll see. And if you all have any other common rejections or objections that you get from sellers, please comment down below. I'm growing this channel. I think I have one deal in escrow. We're planning to close on Monday, so that will be a fire video for you all once I get that check, because it's a little bit higher than my first deal, but yeah, we'll just see. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Like it, share this video. Let's get this views up. All right, you all. Talk to you all later. Have a good day.